For the county, I hope not. No.
Everybody to the May 2nd County Commissioners meeting. I apologize, we had a little bit of technical delay, but if you'd all stand for Pledge of Allegiance and prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you all bow your heads, please? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you and acknowledge you as being the great creator, the God of the universe, the God that created this planet and created all of us, Lord. We thank you for Noah and Moses and Abraham and Jacob and all the ones that's before us, Lord. And we just acknowledge that. We acknowledge that you had your son pay that terrible price for all of our sins, Lord. And we just can never thank you enough for that. We ask that you please be with our men and women around this great planet you created and give them the protection that they need, Father, and bring them back home safely in due time, Lord. We ask that you please be with our emergency personnel, law enforcement here, Lord, and give them that same protection. We ask for your wisdom. We ask for your knowledge. We ask it all in your name, Jesus. Amen. I know Deb sent the minutes out for the 18th meeting. Go ahead and entertain a motion for as sent or with any corrections. I didn't see any, but.
I didn't either. I'll move we approve the minutes from April the 18th,
Mr.
2022.
Adams makes a motion that we approve the minutes for 4/18. I'll second the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Dan, I didn't see any hold on the claims or anything, right? There are. You guys have had a chance to look over the claims, entertain a motion on that as well?
Brian Collier makes a motion that we accept the claims at $1,630,281.36.
We got a motion on the floor to approve the claims in the amount by Mr. Collier, $1,630,281.
I'll second.
Messed up, Don. $1,630,281.36. Mr. Adams seconds the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Morgan County Health Department grant application. Not seeing anybody here, so that means Mr. Steve Lighty is going to do. Oh. Okay. You have a resolution to loan personal property, and Don, I think you and Vicky's been working on this. I noticed that on Exhibit A, there's nothing identified though. Is this something you guys are gonna finish up and get back with us the next meeting, I'm assuming? For the personal property for the museum, Don?
Yes, that's correct.
Go ahead and make a motion
We've
to
been over
table
there, but-
this.
Yeah, we'll just move, let's just move that to the next one, because we haven't seen I haven't got the property estimate.
I've seen none.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to table that, Don.
move to table.
We got a motion, I'll second the motion, move to table the resolution to table, or to loan the personal property till next meeting. DNR boat lease, I know that's gonna be coming back at our next meeting. I think Mr. Wisco has been working on that. I will give you an update on that. DNR's already, and Fish and Wildlife's already got the permitting. They've already got 2 of the 3 requirements approved. I think the only thing the bill was waiting on is the SHPO. I know we finished up Friday, thanks to Mr. Baston. It sounds like we've got all the documents filed with the court as well on the property. So we're gonna be coming back before you with the language of a lease, and it would be a 100-year lease that Morgan County would enter into with the state on that. As far as the park fees, that's something that Jim's gonna be working on. We'll need to table that one. As far as the bulk user agreement, discussion on amending chapter 34, I'd entertain a motion to table all four of these at this time because they're not quite ready.
I'll move, we table those 4 items on the agenda.
We got a
You want them
motion-
specified or just the last 4 that we mentioned?
We got a motion to go ahead and table the last 4, or these 4, one being the DNR boat ramp lease, park fees, the bulk user agreement, and discussion amending code 34. I'll second the motion. Any further questions from the board?
What are we waiting on the bulk user agreement and the amendment to chapter 34? Because that's been on there for over 2 months.
I know that one and the, both of them's been on there for a while. I can't answer
3.
that. Josh might be able to. Jim was here earlier. I don't know where he's at right now.
Chapter 34 has been outdated by state code, so we have a draft ordinance that's been put together that's under review.
Who's reviewing it?
Jim. And then the bulk user agreement, there's been some complaints from some national firms. Handful of counties have changed the bulk user agreement. Jim believes we need to make some changes to ours to be in compliance with code. And so that's a conversation he and Jana need to have before it gets presented to you all.
So I take it there's not like a time crunch on this since it's been on for 2 to 3 months?
Evidently not. I know.
Jim, or-
Just take it off the agenda and put it on when it's ready to go instead of tabling it every week.
I think you have to leave it on the agenda if we've tabled it. You can't table it for permanent. It's just tabled to, unless you want to make a motion to table it till it's ready.
I'll leave it on there, but I'd like to, I mean, it's on there every meeting and it makes it so very inefficient.
We need to move that.
I'll work with Mr. Wisco and hopefully we'll get all 4 of these ready. So, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor of tabling the 4 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. I see Jeannie's here with the Health Department.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Jeannie.
We are going to be given $1,000 this year in a grant form from the state to submit our annual report or survey to them. Evidently, they've had trouble in the past getting everyone to do that, so I guess they're going to pay us for it now. But, so we just need you all to approve that $1,000 that we're going to get.
Any questions for Jeannie? Not, I'd entertain a motion.
I move to approve the grant application from the Health Department of $1,000.
We got a motion on the floor by Mr. Adams to approve the grant application and $1,000 for the Health Department. I'll second the motion. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
Jim?
Bond ordinance, Josh.
Good morning, gentlemen. So we're hitting the final leg of our bond ordinance. There's 2 items that you guys need to affirm in the bond ordinance. The first is under section 5, under the form of the bonds, and your approval and a signature today. And I would recommend that you waive the second reading. We'll give Dan the authority to sign and seal bonds on your behalf. And then the second is the affirmation of the additional appropriation, which the council has already taken action on. So these should be the last votes required for our bond ordinance for the debt to be issued in early June.
Any questions for Josh? Not, I would entertain a motion on this.
Motion that we accept the bond ordinance 2022-9 and waive the second reading.
To approve the bond ordinance 2022-9 and also waiving the second reading. Any other questions from the board? From the audience?
Motion?
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Downey.
Yes, gentlemen, so we brought this up before. This is the Waverly Park reconstruction. I'd just like the motion to advertise this week. That way we can open this in early June, have this out, and the verbiage in there is complete by September 15th. Therefore, it should be done by the September 25th, opening up in Waverly Park. So should be a nice paved road by then.
That'd be good.
Just to be clear, it may not be striped by then, but it will be paved. But we'll have the striping done soon. So just ask for a motion to advertise.
Appreciate that, and getting that set up, so the event on the 24th will be assured without
Correct.
complications.
Correct. Weather permitting, yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I'd entertain a motion on this.
Brian Collier makes a motion that we allow the continuation of the Waverly Road construction project.
Mr. Collier makes a motion, we proceed with the Waverly Park resurfacing project, rebuilding project.
Second.
By Mr. Adams. Any further questions from the board or from the audience? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Tony. Mr. Wisco, I believe, on the solid waste district?
Yes,
I believe,
we, I think, tabled that last time, waiting me to review it, and Josh had presented previously an outline of his opinion, I guess, or his thought that this would initiate with the council, and after reviewing, I agree and think we plan to have a resolution prepared for their next meeting.
Good deal. Thank you,
Is
sir.
their next meeting tonight?
The 4th.
6th? When are they going to meet?
4th.
Wednesday? Okay, whenever. Okay. As soon as they can get to it, or when they meet, and we have it, okay. Just want to keep that ball rolling, because appreciate the work that Deb did on getting all the lineup on how to proceed. Which county was that?
Allen.
Allen County. Yeah.
I'd entertain a motion on the table on this, if you would.
Table.
Mr. Adam moves to table the solid waste district discussion till next meeting. I'll second the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Appointment, this next one is the Warren County Rural Water to a board, I believe it's Citizens Water up there. I'd like to really think about this and meet this new gentleman. Glenn Miller was our previous appointment that run Morgan County Rural Water, and I'd like to table this till next meeting, get a chance to meet him, and let us all think about who we actually want to put on there. Any other thoughts from you two? Do either one of you know the new guy coming in?
I don't. What was his name again?
Scott Humans?
Newman.
Humans? You-man.
What's his first name?
Scott?
I know Scott. Yeah, how come I know Scott? I have no problem with him, personally. I think,
I don't know.
if you guys want to kind of find out, I think that, I have no problem with waiting until you are comfortable.
Moving right on along, we have a tort claim down there from a little lady that had a slip and fall. Mr. Ken Nunn's Law Office.
No way.
It's kind of unheard of, but I couldn't hardly believe it either. And entertain a motion on this. If there's no further discussion.
Brian Collier makes the motion that we turn this on over to insurance.
We got a motion by Mr. Collier to turn the tort claim over to the insurance company. I'll second the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Request to use the courthouse. Looks like it's going to be May 7th. It's actually a hiring event for some folks that owns a construction company, it looks like. Aha.
Can I give you guys these since you don't have any information on us? So I'm Rebecca Jane, and this is Chuck Taylor, Charles Taylor with Taylor Made Roofing and Construction. Morgantown area is where we're located, but we've ventured deeply into Martinsville and really fell in love with this community.
Can you move my?
Can you
I
hear me
didn't
now a
put
little
my
bit
aids
better?
in.
Perfect. So yeah, ventured into the Martinsville community. We are located in Morgantown. We are looking to do a conscious community event. We'd like to host it the second and third Saturday of the month continuously. The idea is bring artists, community, local people together. The idea for us is we want unique entrepreneurs who are coming out in the community for us to hire. We don't want people who are hiding behind doors and computers. We want people who are lively in the community, loving their community, and giving back. So the idea is create community, so free for people to attend, to hang out, a little bit of music, and the hours that you allow, obviously. And food truck if allowed as well. But just doing this continuously, allowing community to come and gather and have a place that they can do that. And also share their own projects, whether it be art, their own businesses if available. Obviously, if allowed to market, we'd like to market some, but mostly just looking for people to join our team. We're a growing company, and we'd like it to be locally done. And this is how we'd like to get in touch with the local community. I'm going to hand this over to Charles to explain a little bit more of the company values, what he's done in the community, and things like that. Do you have any questions on the event side of it for me?
So you're actually wanting to do this every month,
The
you're
second
saying?
and third Saturday,
Second
so
and third
weekends
Saturday,
back to back. That way, I've always said it's great to be able to allow one family that's off one weekend and the other family that's off the other weekend. I've lived in Southern California. I was raised in Indiana, but I've lived there the last 8 years and ran events like these, and they were extremely successful for farmers and community people to bring like flowers and stuff, and it was just a very involved organization that it helped a lot of different things. So if I could bring that here in any way, shape, or form, I would just love to do that. So the second and third Saturday, I did put it for this Saturday because I wasn't sure on time frames and things like that. So maybe this Saturday, just posting for the future events and allowing people to know like what's up and coming and put a table out there and kind of just get it known. But I just see that town square is such a lively, bustling little center, and I love the availability of the people walking around and the shops on it, and I just see a lot of value in this town, so.
What would the hours be?
Well, that's kind of up to you guys. I was thinking running things from like maybe 4 to 8 p.m., so when people get off work. So not extremely long hours or anything like that. Obviously want to, be out of there before, people want to go to bed or something. I also do silent discos in San Diego, which I would eventually hope to bring here. And those actually have headsets, so the noise wouldn't even leave the person in their headset. So when it comes to that. But we do, I have a little mini DJ deck, so a little emceeing, light music you couldn't hear too far away. And then I love local artists. Like country artists are great. Like, really bringing in the community. If someone wants to set up, okay, reach out. Like, let's plan you in. I just think that if we have a way to bring the community together, it not only helps you guys, but it helps us too, really. At the end of the day, we want to find people who are standing out in the crowd, that who goes over and helps somebody when they need it unexpectedly, or picks up a piece of trash, or goes out of the way to ask a question that you wouldn't normally expect. Those are the kind of individuals that we want to hire. So if we create community, then community comes. Are there any other questions for me?
Got a couple other questions.
Okay, please do,
yes.
please do.
It requires insurance.
We
So
do
got
have
that.
liability insurance, yes.
The other thing, How much of the courthouse square? And I'm assuming it's just going to be all the lawn area?
Yes, just on the lawn outside.
Okay. Any particular side to start with?
Size to start with?
No, which side of the courthouse to start with? Because I'm assuming you're going to start out with one side, but
You
then
know
you're
what, I
wanting
think
to
we should
expand
walk
it side
around
by-
it and decide, because to be truthfully honest, I need to put my visual eyes on it to see which way would be conducive. And maybe just doing like a couple different things, like games on one corner, kind of music and sound on the other. That way it's kind of more like people who are, want to do like the kid fun things on this side, somebody who wants to maybe like talk about business and stuff over here, so like a walk around if possible, so it's not like up against the courthouse. I'd like to be, maybe the corners of it. Whatever, honestly, if you have a good idea, let me know. The lawn space has not been taken over by me before, so it would have to be, filled out a little bit. But if you have a recommendation, I'm all for it.
I'm assuming you'd just be setting up a pop-up tent or two with some tables.
Yeah, and then I do have a local community that does some food trucks. So just to have some food, but again, parked on the outside of the square. And then we always want to recommend people to go to the local, obviously, food things as well. So bring those in and eat. Set up a couple tables and stuff too.
So that would be requiring electricity then with the local food trucks?
No, because they
No?
run off their own generator systems, off their own, or solar. So no, that one, no requirement. And I bring my own generator to run the sound system and stuff. So nothing actually required for you to plug in. I don't want to use any of your own energy. Yeah, it would just be us running our own.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Chuck?
Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
I am Charles Taylor and the owner of Taylor Made Roofing Construction in Morgantown, Indiana. One thing to me, my values is giving back to the community. And this is something that we continually do on a daily basis. We're tied in with churches and missions here in Morgan County. Always feeding the homeless, helping people. It's just about bringing people together, doing the right thing by everybody, and just creating community involvement is what I'm actually seeking, what our office is seeking. And what we know is through community involvement, everybody grows together. So my office isn't going to grow by myself or with Rebecca or my team that I have. It takes a village to make it happen. And Martinsville, because we are rooted, we're sponsors of the truck and tractor pool, the whole fairgrounds, every activity that the fair puts on, we're a sponsor of, as well as the Fall Foliage Festival. We're very active in it as well. Morgantown has the fire department, and the chief is also on the board for the fairgrounds. Highly recommends us all the time to everybody. It's just about the community in my eyes. And if you have any questions, I can answer more.
Any
I mean,
questions?
are you asking for the 7th to get this started? Because I don't think we could obligate every second and third Saturday. We can't do that because they're already got commitments and they've already got the square and.
That was my other question was, if there are Saturdays that there are commitments and things, is there a calendar where I would know those things, where I could, again, I only want to do 4 to 8, so if there's like morning events, again, doesn't pertain to our events so much. So is there a calendar where I could kind of like see that? Okay, perfect. And then this Saturday, I would like to just, if I could see that preemptively, advertise for the Saturdays we are going to be there, so people would know in advance. And again, if there's something going on in the morning that runs in, or something that would even want to like join forces, obviously love. But yeah, just of course, I kind of expected Saturday to be a day where there would be things around the event. But I also knew there probably would be some Saturdays there wasn't. So as long as consistency's there to some degree, I think you can, again, build that kind of community. Is there particular things that's like popping up in your mind that you're thinking of like right now?
Fall Foliage Festival.
Okay.
Gets the whole square.
Well, we want to be a part of that anyways. Like, and so like,
But
Uno
you would
reverse.
have to go through them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Uno reverse, we'd
Right.
have to go through them, but that, what dates are those to be exact, just so I have that in my mind? Huh? October, oh, later on in the year, okay, perfect.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, cool. Well, by that time, we'll be excited for that.
The only other thing about is, it's a grand idea, but if we've needs narrowed down some, because if someone else wants it on the second or third Saturday, but they see that you're already on the calendar, then they may.
Well, why don't
No.
they just always opt to call us? Because the thing is, if we're running an event and they want to do their thing, we're part of this community. We want to let them do their thing too. We have no problem in being like, hey, this is your event. Can we put a little thing right here just to support you? Like, I call it Uno reverse, right? When you're playing that card game and it flips in a second. I love doing that in life. So if anybody at any point wanted to either take over that Saturday or be involved on that Saturday, either way about it, all that takes is a conversation of, hey, I really want to do this, and I'm going to cheer you on 100%. We're all about rooting people here, not about diminishing or taking over. The idea is to bring people in, other businesses, other communities, anybody who wants to put their self out there in a positive, loving light, of course. But yeah, I'm totally open to anyone and everyone and what they want to do,
I know we don't have a calendar that you can actually just go online and see. Miss
Okay.
Deb definitely knows when everything's booked and who's booked and everything, but we don't actually have it on the website yet, so. we don't
Okay,
have one up and going.
your office is upstairs, right? So I could just.
Right downstairs.
Oh, you're right
Yep.
there, okay, yeah. So I can go in and then just mark it out on my calendar to kind of like see it out.
We're totally involved in the community. We highly encourage community involvement. And like Rebecca was saying, if there is somebody who wants to, we don't want to get in anybody's way, but we want to be able to provide our services to mix and mingle with the community to bring people into one spot.
Other thoughts, gentlemen?
We'd also like to, I forgot the nonprofit part. Sorry, we'd also like to make this a non-for-profit aspect as well too. So doing a raffle and then giving back to Martinsville community. And the way we want to do it is the Martinsville people actually come up, when they write on the back of the raffle ticket, they pick either a community member, a school, a person, a team, something part of Martinsville, a family that they want to give back to, and the money from that raffle goes directly to that. So we want to make it directly back to the community in which it's providing. So that's awful. And then obviously we have some cool little things and stuff we can give away for little raffle prizes and things like that.
I have a couple. I really appreciate the desire for the community contacting. And of course, the conflicts with other organizations that would, I'm not even sure what, didn't Rob Helms bring some things the other day to us? Do we have anything on the calendar already?
Basically on Thursday night, I think, what Rob's doing.
Thursday night. I like the way, I like your flexibility. I think we need to keep that in mind. If we
I'm a
need it,
yoga teacher.
Yeah, that's what we like.
I literally teach yoga. So hey.
And I think it's, the other opportunity would be, of course, at our farmer's market, but I don't know what the rules are on non-production, on non-food items.
Yeah,
But,
and-
that's a every Saturday event too. So it's, it has its merit to what you're going to do and shows an interest in taking
What are
care
the
of the
hours
community.
of the farmer market? I'm sorry, I'm not aware.
I don't know. I think it's most of the morning, but I don't
Most of the
know how
morning.
far. Yeah.
So that would be kind of kind, so we
And
can
you're
kind
coming
of
in the evening,
balance one another.
right?
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm a huge advocate for farmers markets, so I don't want to
I
be.
think it's good that
pairing.
a lot of people, it keeps them downtown. There's reasons to go walk around and see what's cooking.
Yeah,
And it shows an interest in taking care of the folks.
yeah,
And I like that.
absolutely. Conscious community is,
And it might not work as well as we want, but we'll find that out. The only way we can do it is by doing. So I'll go ahead and move approval. I want to see that you have to have that liability insurance copy
okay,
and get that to the office, correct?
We can get that right to you.
Yeah, get that.
We can get that in today, actually.
And, because the liability stuff gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, I understand it.
I got Deb running, seeing if there is anything this month. I'm very supportive of it as well. I would just like to, let's see what a month would do possibly before we bless anything out past that myself, where I'm coming from. But I don't know, we'll know in just a second whether anything else is already this month.
And you know, I have a great strong weakness for chocolate. I don't know how you do
There's
that.
more different kind hidden beneath, and if you notice, it
Thank
says
you
right
for
and
that.
left.
I appreciate it. And the cards. It's a great way to serve the community.
Well, we have
And
a
I
rule.
like those boys from Morgantown and
Well,
the
since you
fire
like-
chiefs over there, those brothers are a hoot.
They're great people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
We all work together side by side in that community. Every year, I make sure that there's at least 7 to 10 families that get fed for Thanksgiving. And it's community involved. These are individuals from the community that I reach out to, the whole community, and simply ask, is there anybody who knows of anybody that can use this? And even if they're not struggling in a financial aspect, but they're struggling in other areas of their home, then I still welcome, give that to them. It's just something that I've been directed to do. It has nothing to do with the business, it's just what I've been instructed to do.
I went the other day, my phone broke, and I went to a Verizon dealer that isn't a Verizon dealer. He's a dealer, he deals in Verizon, but it's not a Verizon store, does that make sense? I don't remember, it's T something, T3. And there was a book there, and I think you would like to use, they're doing it for their employees. It's called Creating a Culture of Good. And actually, I think that's what I see you're looking towards. Creating a culture of good. It's not just your work. It's a culture of good and serving. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, because that means a lot. I will never make this business about me and/or anybody in this organization. It's always going to be about everybody outside of it. And you can't
That's the way
never
it all
give-
be.
and you can't never give enough, So.
Appreciate it. What did we find out?
Nothing this month, and you've got the 7, 14, 21, 28 dates for this month. I'd like to just
Okay,
see how it goes myself, that's my thinking, but
I agree.
let you guys decide. Any other questions for either
No.
one of them? I'd entertain a motion.
Yeah. Okay, so on our half, we'll get that liability insurance over to you. And then is there anything else that you would need from us besides that?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Anything else besides the liability insurance that you would need for us?
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion, we go ahead and approve the dates that Kenny suggested there for this month. And everything goes as hopeful. We will look at next month and keep the liability insurance going. So
Okay.
that's my motion. It's kind of long and hairy, but it works.
I love that.
It works.
We have a motion by Mr. Adams approving the 4 dates for the Saturdays of May with the stipulation on the insurance requirement. I'll second the motion. Any further questions from the board? Any further questions from the audience? Not hearing none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much. I
Good
really
luck.
appreciate your
Thank you.
time.
Good luck.
Thank you. Is this for this meeting?
Yes, if you guys want to proceed with it.
You want to?
I've not had a chance to really look at
Okay,
it.
well,
but,
maybe we've already tabled it.
we'll
I
do it
think.
this next
We'll just look at it
Yeah,
again.
that'll work.
Bring it up. All right.
For the good of the cause, Mr. Adams, I know you have a little bit to report about last week.
Well, we had a nice event at the River Valley Church, the bicentennial committee of the History Partnership had a wonderful dinner, and I appreciate their support for the County Museum and History Center. It was an excellent evening. We've got some things cooking with the Morgan County Leadership Academy that they're going to be working with us for the bicentennial and creating what's called pocket tours. Be able to use your phone, take your family out, somebody else on the phone, you're driving, and seeing sites of historic nature, everything from historic barns. But the Morgan County Leadership Academy is going to be putting that together. So later this summer, there'll be opportunities for, and it'll probably last, it's a web-based item, so it'll go beyond the bicentennial year. So I'm really excited to see. I'm going to be going down to see Tasha down in our tourism, and another reason to come, and another reason for people to get to know the county better. We'll even put the Clay Township trustees' locations. The way I ought to put that is, you know, where do these guys live and what do they do? That would be great.
Just drive by the house and look at the billboard. You know, I'm reading.
Yeah, you support everybody. You're a great. You don't work with just everybody. You even support me. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Bill.
Well worth the effort to put that out there because I have so many complaints from my wife that she can't see to get out of the driveway. I tell her to roll back and forth and go.
Thanks, Bill, for your patriotic duty, part of it. Please.
Involved in county politics a lot better than 75% of the other people.
Yeah, I was sorry to lose you in my district. I said, I'm sorry to lose Claytown. You're part of my, you know, you gotta have to call up Kenny.
Population, I'll bring Kenny up the right way now. I work with I'll bring Kenny up the right way now.
Thank you. But bicentennial's come along real good. We've got some medallions, and we're gonna meet here with the mayor about an event coming up on the, I believe we've got that on the 15th. Is that correct, Mayor? So keep in tune. We're going to have a great year of celebrating some great folks that preceded us.
The only thing I'm going to say, we had the opportunity to bring the Fire Department Instructors Conference back to Morgan County for the 4th year, and can't thank them enough. They was great to work with. So I just wanted to kudos to them for working with us again and bringing the firemen down here for the training, men and ladies. There was a lot of ladies in this class, it seemed like this year. But we'll get them pictures out there posted. But the other thing that's really something that Don kind of left out there with the Journey Indiana, they actually did a really nice series on the History Museum, and it actually aired about 6:30 Sunday evening. Because unfortunately, it was airing as we was doing the banquet this week. So, but I know Daryl sent me a message that it was going at 6:30 Sunday evening. And I didn't get a chance to do it because I didn't even see my message till about 10. So, but they will be at O-Town Waverly Park, May 14th. They're doing a couple series, one on the blacksmithing, and me and Valita and Daryl's all working with them, and you're gonna see probably at least 2 segments going on up in Waverly this couple months, so.
Oh,
Anything else needs to
yeah,
come
we
before
need
the
to talk
board?
about those trees that got planted. Down at Ravina Woods, Duke Energy and the county and everybody worked together, was it Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago? A week ago Saturday.
Yeah.
And there was ages from 2, Catherine, was she 2 or 3? She was out there bossing, and she's great. And Josh's family and their were there, and the governor's wife was there. It was a great day. And 50 years from now, some of you young pups can go see some trees, probably 30 years, and see those trees we planted.
A lot of fun that day.
You should see Hale jump on a tree planting spade, buddy. He is up in the air and on it.
We got some planting done that
Yeah,
day.
we did.
Anything else needs to come for the board? Entertain a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for coming. Guys, a lot of signatures, Dan said. Thank you,